zigzagging on in here. Marching along. What'd you say?
Abby, keep your ideas to yourself. Here you go. Or disco, whenever. I don't want to get too close to this in 4K. You're like, oh, when will this day ever end? It just got started.
This reminds me of why I don't eat breakfast. Kick him. Good response. Very rude of him. Okay, let's go ahead and use the whole arena. And I want to do a few of those changes of direction. And then straightening from the outside. And then you can take a whole circle. And I'm interested in him going nice and forward in his warm-up trot and reaching to the floor, and us continuing to train the consistency there, because he'll throw out a lot of things, but he won't stay in that really low stretch. He'll do it when he yanks you out of the saddle, and then he kind of puts himself right where he wants to be. So it's going to take more than just a day, but working on that consistency for him to stretch down. Good. Very good. And then we're going to just see if we can keep him down there, hence the consistency word. My brain cells are going. Good job. See, I didn't even catch that. That's a problem. That's how I know. Good. All the way down the long side, straight, and reaching. Very good. All right, let's do a little canter early so we can do some fun work.
And stretchy?
Yeah, stretchy. Same way like you're doing now, where we get him prepare for canter, and then sit, and then ask for canter. Make him keep reaching as you canter. If you didn't listen to your leg, what should you do? Good, and don't let him spin out. That's been his new favorite thing, is to fall very much out to the right in the canter transition. So even on the stretchy rein, what part of your seat bone do you sit on to get them to not drift out? Okay? So think about all those things. We're just going to keep practicing on the stretchy rein. That was better. It's still not a very sharp canter transition. So when you go to kick him, don't take the left rein, because then he drifted towards me. One more time. We're just going to keep practicing it. Go to posting really quick. And what do I want you to do with your leg? Good. So we're having trouble of him drifting out, so I 1000% agree with that. What else are we having trouble with? Yes, him having the most boring canter transition. Yeah, so a couple sharp kicks and say, come on, get up in front of my leg. Good. Good, and trot. Give him a pet. Still on his team, but that's how quickly he's got to listen. Now I want you to give him a sharp squeeze and see if he has that same reaction. Okay, I like that. Except for now, we're going to canter straight instead of drift out. So we got him back in front of the leg. Now I don't want you to open that left rein when you canter and let him fall out. He's got to get low. He's got to stay straight, and he's got to have an actual canter transition, a clean one, not a one that takes 3 strides. Okay. Was he still slow to react?
I asked for such a late transition.
No, he was late to respond, but he did it cleanly, right? He didn't tranter or whatever we want to call it for the first couple steps, but his canter started out how? Like what kind of canter? Very lazy canter, right? Okay, they can't canter with their haunches 8 feet to the outside, so careful of the overbending. Think about it in a little bit more of an exercise so that his haunches don't accidentally go flying to the outside. And then getting him to stretch all the way to the floor instead of bobble his head up and down. I want him to really find that connection. Good. Good reaction. Just hold out till he actually gives. You had the right idea. Maybe release just a couple steps early of him giving down. Good, and then drop. Good, let's change direction. Get him to reach down again. He's just a little bit in that, especially in the canter, in that fake space where he's not quite listening to your rein, asking him to give down. Good, let's see a canter transition. Same thing, same couple steps we were working on the other way. I don't mind if we have this little shorter rein. You don't have to do it on full stretchy rein if he's really not listening. But I want to see that you can keep him straight. He's a little straighter this direction naturally, but I want to see that you can keep him straight and get a nice, quick, sharp transition, not one where he meanders when you pick up canter and he takes his time to do it. It's got to be clean and prompt, right? Those are the words that we'll find in like the dressage tests. So whenever you're ready, prepare for canter and then ask for canter. Good. Much better. I'm gonna be really picky. What happened? You know? Did you feel it? If I'm really picky, what happened just a...
I think inwards. Outwards.
Yes. Much better as far as the prompt transition. Good. Let's go to trot and we'll shorten our reins and keep him working here for a second. Good. Yep, shorten until they're all the way out and in front. And we're going to really get him to listen to giving down, especially tracking left. That canter, he never really was quite on the bit. So we're going to do a little work. Let's go ahead and track left in the trot. We're going to take his outside and we're going to spiral in. Go way back to lessons long time ago. We'll let him do, I appreciate he's giving you his fancy trot, but a little bit of him does that almost as an out right now of him not being in that fake contact. So let's go ahead and take your outside rein and spiral him in. So you're going to do counter flex spiral in until you hold about like a 6-meter circle on the inside. Keep him coming forward. He doesn't get to drop behind your leg. Keep him bent out. Bent out. pushing him in. There, good. Hold that circle. Keep turning. Or it's every step is a turning step. Yeah, keep pushing him away. He's got to stay up and in front of your leg. So see how this kind of the same thing that happens in the canter. It uses somewhat of the same muscle. See how he starts to put his head up, right? And not quite give the bend or stay consistent and give down. Yes, he's got to actually stay reaching. Outside rein. Good. And I want him to get rounder as you do this, or else we're going to keep flushing him down the toilet. Okay, we'll spiral out in just a second. Good, and then let's spiral back out. Really bend in the shoulder. Yep, really push him out. Big bend. If he's going to get stuck, I want you to really push his rib cage. Yep, and then get him to go forward so you don't run into the fence. Turn here. Yep, and then push him at me. Run my toes over. There you go. There, did that get him off of it? A little? Yes, no?
Abby, did you hear her?
No.
Oh, sorry. Did that help him get off of it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then let's work on the straightness again after we've spiraled out. But again, yeah, there. See how he kind of bobbles? Now we're getting it. He kind of bobbles up and down out of the contact when he doesn't want to take each step over his back. Add power to it into the rein. Like, don't let him do it to get out of. Yes, good job. Good. If he gets stuck again, turn early and run my toes over.
No.
All right.
That was too close.
I can see where she's going to end up.
Yeah.
I would have stepped away if I thought I was going to get squished.
Good. I don't need to be paying that medical bill.
Yeah. Yes, good for you. Good. And then straighten from the outside. Let's change direction. Really deep stretch. Like, he's to the point where I'm noticing he's almost got to work a little bit. Like Beth used to say to do this with Callie, like a little bit where he's almost too low, like where we try to get snip away from when he starts to curl.
He's curling?
No. I almost want him to. I know, and again, I know that sounds backwards, but he's only giving you, it's not on the aids. He puts himself in that perfect little frame, and like we kind of ended our talk yesterday, like you can tell it's fake, or your dad asked, like we can tell, the dressage judges can tell that it's fake, because when you go to use your hand, he comes off of it instead of like, okay, what can I do for you? Like he's not really right there with you, even though he always likes to paint the picture of that. We're gonna spiral in this way, off the outside, flush him down the toilet off the outside left rein. Nice big counter flex position, and he's just gonna keep coming around. Good, and then push him off your right. Switch the bend. Really spiral him out, really push the whole rib cage to the outside. Keep your outside elbow there so you give him weight to push into, so he pushes into connection. Good, and then really big, nice big forward round push off the outside rein again. So you get straighter. Good, and then slow your post to create that trot. We're gonna really try to keep him to your hand. Just looks like he wants to be extra fake today. You're having to work really hard to get him. Good, another change of direction. We're gonna see what that left canter looks like. So you're gonna prepare for canter once the left side feels good. Sit and then canter, but I want, especially now that he's warmed up, I've been turning into like letting warm up be what warm up is, but I want him to stay there in his transition. Very good. That's what I was waiting for. Good, trot. No falling. Very good correction, Abby. Super. Good. So you tell me, what does he feel like? Like he's not listening to your rein?
He is very tough, and mostly in his left side. And then when I was older, like when I would see what he would feel like if I moved it a little bit, if I was really coming onto it. So do you know that squeaky in the window? That's what I heard in his mouth with the bit.
Okay. Good. I like the set hand. Make him there. He's got to jump into that a little bit. He's just awkwardly a little bit on the fake side today. Good. Let's do those square turns in the canter, and then we're going to spiral out. So take the outside bend. Good. Outside again. Excellent turn. Good. And see if you can at the same time now that he gets it, to get him to get rounder, he wants to change. Good. Good canter. Now make him a little rounder. Let him bend left now. Good. Better. Oh, much better. Good. And trot. Very good. Let's change direction.
But I also don't really see. Well,
Good job. Super. Good. All right, let's prepare for canter and canter this way. Good. Let's do those square turns, and then we're going to spiral out. So sitting on your outside seat bone and making him sit. Good. Yep, sit, turn. I want them to be a little more like waiting in like a pivot. Yep, so sit on, make them bend to the outside, bend out, and stay out. And then make them really turn there. That's what I want. Very good. Good. And can we get him a little lower in this? Good. And then a little rounder. And then bend him to the inside. Push him to that new outside rein you just created and get him to jump into that a little. Very good. Good. And then straighten him. There. That's starting to get a little steadier. Good job.
She kicked? Oh, I flinched. I didn't know what I was
felt that in the
flinching
fence.
for. Yeah. I just heard the noise and I spooked.
Good. And trot. Super. Good. Okay, go ahead and let him have a walk break. Would you care? Do you have enough time for this? No, I'm talking to Leo.
Okay.
I'm just thinking out loud.
All right, get off.
Sorry. I don't
Do you
mean
need
to
a
take
helmet?
over. Can I use it? Do you
Yeah.
care?
No, I know. I was like, I don't want you
I
to
don't have head lice, I swear. And I only shower twice a
Oh
week.
shit, I'm on the horse still.
Hurry up, get off.
I know, I just realized.
Got a little backwards there.
Hi.
Oh, you can have some of the nice cookie they bought you. How about that?
Light it.
He doesn't get it.
We hold his
We
brain.
should have shoved it through his gap.
I know. Sourdough.
Sourdough?
And then, can we sub the bacon belts for the New York steak?
With the New York steak? Sure, of course.
And, is that it? Oh, and then we have a side fruit.
Is that a fruit?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think we're gonna share that because it's pretty big.
Yeah,
What's
and then,
this?
and then
Dude,
Michaela's
is this
cutting
fresh?
soon.
Because this
Yeah.
is like really big.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
steaming.
We'll keep one.
Oh, keep
we'll
one?
keep
Sure.
one. Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
Like
Yeah.
Dude,